Secretariat High School welcome you all for today's online learning session. Good morning students. I hope you all are doing good. Today students, we are going to study in our standard 7, our subject English grammar. We are going to learn a new topic, that is punctuation. Punctuation students play an important role in developing writing skills. They are important because they change the meaning of the sentence. The right use of stop in a sentence is known as punctuation. So students, let us understand what are punctuation marks. They are full stop, question mark, comma, exclamation mark, quotation mark, colon, semicolon and apostrophe. What are its use? What are their function? We are going to see in detail. So let's start with punctuation mark. A mark such as full stop, comma or question mark used in writing to separate sentence and their elements and to clarify meanings. So students, why do we use punctuation mark? Punctuation mark. Punctuation is a system. If signs or symbols given to a reader to show how a sentence is constructed and how it should be read. Sentences are the building blocks used to construct written accounts. They are complete statements. Punctuations shows how the sentence should be read and makes the meaning clear. So students, punctuations are every sentence should indicate at least a capital letter at the start and a full stop, exclamation mark or question mark at the end of the sentence. This basic system indicates that the sentence is complete. So students, for example, if I say, the boy who knew that his father was about to arrive ran quickly towards the opening door. Looking at the sentence, we see there is a comma and a full stop is being used in the sentence. Look at the second question. Where do you live? You will see at the end of a sentence there is a question mark. This is used for the right use where we have to stop in a sentence. These are very important role playing in developing the writing skills students. So let us understand each function of punctuations. So the first punctuation will study the basic signs of punctuation. The first one is period, or you called it as a full stop. What is this? Full stop. A period is used to note the end of a declarative sentence. Students, full stop is the longest pause. We have to take a longest pause in the sentence. Even, let's see the example. I see the house. It's raining cats and dogs. I see a beautiful rainbow. So, every sentence ends either in a form of an assertive sentence or an imperative sentence, or any kind of sentence, but the sentence at the end it takes the longest pause and we call it as a period or a full stop. Let's proceed to our next punctuation, that is question mark. When we use a question mark is used at the end of the sentence or an end of a question, whatever question we ask. For example, if we see, where are we going? What are they doing? Did you finish your work? So students, every sentence ends with the use of a question. A question is being asked. So we put a question mark at the end to indicate the punctuation. Let's proceed to our next punctuation, that is the comma. What is comma, students? Comma is the shortest pause. We have to take a short pause. The comma is used in a sentence when the writer wishes to pause before proceeding. Before we proceed to the other, we have to take a short pause. Add a phrase that does not contain any new subject. Whenever a phrase has been added, you have to take a pause. Separate items on a list use more than one adjective, a describing word like beautiful. So we take a short pause. So to separate or to avoid repetition, you have to use a comma. So let's see the example. The shopping trolley was loaded high with bottles of soft drinks, fruits, vegetables, toilet roll, cereals and cartons of milk. So students, when we have more than many things, we have to separate 3 or more words of the same things. We have to put it a comma to indicate the punctuation. We have to take a short pause. Let's proceed to our next punctuation mark, that is exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is always at the end of an exclamatory sentence. An exclamation point is used to show excitement or emphasis. Okay, after a short order or end of an exclamatory sentence, we put an exclamatory mark. Let's see the examples. How lovely it is! What a beautiful picture! It is cold. So every sentence indicates or shows the excitement, shows the feelings, and it is at the end you see an exclamation is given a point to show the excitement. Let's proceed to our next punctuation, students, that is quotation mark. What is quotation mark, students? Quotation mark, students, enclose the exact words of a speaker. Normally in a direct, indirect speech, we use this quotation mark. Let's see. Quotation marks are used at the beginning and end of a phrase to show that it is being written exactly as it was originally said or written. So let's see the examples, students. She said, comma, quotation mark, let's eat, full stop, quotation mark. So when students, the exact word of the speaker when we speak, okay, when we write it down, we put an exclamation, we put an quotation mark. So let's see the example. She said, let's eat. So you will see it is an quotation mark. If I give one more example as, keep this in mind, we'll put a comma. The teacher said. So keep this in mind. We have to put a quotation mark and at the end the full stop. So quotation mark is used at the beginning and the end to show what the person what the exact words of the speaker are enclosed by a quotation mark. Let's proceed to our next punctuation, that is colon. What is colon, students? A colon is used a list or a quote. Okay, it is a more complete pause to introduce. For example, here are many punctuation marks. So we put a colon, period, comma, colon and other. For the time, when we introduce a time, when we need to write a time, when we note it down, we put a colon. It's 12:15. 21:15. The time is 21:15. Full stop. When we use a ratio in a maths, the ratio of girl to boy is 3. We say is to 2. We put a colon there. So to introduce a question or to introduce a list or to introduce an explanation, we use a colon. Let's proceed to our next punctuation mark, that is semicolon. Semicolon is, students, the longest pause then a comma. Longest pause we have to take. That is, a semicolon separate two independent clause in a compound sentence. A semicolon is also used to separate items in a series where commas are already in use. So to separate clauses or a compound sentence, we use semicolon. Let's see the example. For example, if we see, relatives at the reunion included my older brother Bob, semicolon, my cousin, comma, Tim, semicolon, and my great aunt Natty, full stop. So see the, students, where I have taken the longest pause then a comma, where it separates the compound sentence, we use a semicolon. Let's proceed to our next punctuation mark, that is apostrophe. Apostrophe is used as a substitute for a missing letter or letters in a word. As in a contraction, cannot we write as can't. To show the possessive case, that is Jane's room, example. Another plural of letters. Some numbers and abbreviations we use apostrophe. Let's see the example, students. I can't see the cat's tail. So can't and cats, we have put apostrophe. 100 years, hundreds of years, we put hundreds, we put an apostrophe. So apostrophe is used for a missing letter or the letter in words, for the numbers or for the abbreviations. Let's proceed to the next punctuation mark and the last, that is hyphen. Students, hyphen is used between parts of a compound words or a name. Example, if I say mother-in-law, father-in-law, if we have timetable, so each two words, compound words, are separated by putting an hyphen. So a hyphen is used between parts of a compound words or name. It is also used to split a word by syllables to fit on a line of text. For example, if I say the 16 years old girl is full-time students. So 16-year-old. It's 16-year-old. It's separated. The parts of the compound words are separated. Full-time. It's a one word, but we have put hyphen. So hyphen is just to split a words in a sentence. So students, I hope today you all enjoyed the punctuation. I hope you will practice this punctuation marks in your daily writing skill, which will help you all, as it is very important where we have to stop in a sentence. So thank you, take care, and God bless you.